from Autodesk. So I'll walk you through the Autodesk Construction Cloud platform. But before that, okay, just a bit of housekeeping before we start. We will have a live Q&A segment at the end of the presentation. You can enter your questions anytime into the Ask Questions box throughout the session and we'll get to them later. We're also delighted to offer live audio translation and closed captions for Bahasa, Cantonese, Japanese, and Korean, Thai, and Vietnamese in this event. Okay, so for those of you who do not need the language tool, please feel free to close those widgets. Okay, so to activate live audio translation, click on the orange headphones in the upper right corner. Choose your language from the drop-down menu and you'll hear the audio come through in your chosen language. To mute the presenter's audio track in English, hover over the bottom right of the media player widget and click on the speaker icon to mute the sound. For closed captions, click on the language icon in the menu on the bottom of the widget. Select the language you would like the closed captions to appear in, and then scroll down further within the widget and you'll see the translated text showing up. If you need further support, just drop us a note in the Q&A box and our event operator will assist you. All right, let's get started. Okay. So I'll be walking you through the Autodesk Construction Cloud platform. Okay. So our ACC connects data, workflow, and teams throughout the entire building site life cycle from design to construction and operation between your office and job site. Okay, so as what you can see here, these are the different solution offerings of ACC. So what we're going to talk about today is focusing on Autodesk BIM Collaborate, which has our design collaboration and coordination, which talks about constructability review, change visualization. For BIM team, we have our Revit Cloud work sharing and also collaboration for Civil 3D and Plant 3D. We'll also talk about our Autodesk Build, including our mobile application. So for Autodesk Build, we'll cover project management, quality safety, and project closeout. So cost management, which is also part of our Autodesk Build, is currently being covered in another track. Okay, so as you can see here, we also have here our Autodesk Docs, okay, which forms the common data environment for every unified project stored in ACC. So you can also see here that we manage models, drawings, documents, even your cost items, the assets, photos, and videos all stored within ACC. We also have our insights, which delivers analytics from the data that is captured real time. Okay, and also this enables you to export this data as reports. And of course, we have our admin for managing the users and the templates and other tools within our project setup, authentication within Autodesk Construction Cloud. Okay, so before we get started, let's have this poll. How do you currently manage and share project documents and communications? Are you using paper-based, email and file attachments, shared network drive, team collaboration software, or cloud-based construction and management software? So let's bring out the poll now.
While everyone is taking some time to do the poll, we would like to encourage you to join our next session. After this particular workshop, we have a virtual happy hour happening. So you're more than welcome to join us and have some fun, unwind, and connect with your peers. So please click on the image that you can see, which has a happy hour graphic on your webinar console, and we will be able to, catch up shortly. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Iris. Okay, so we can see here the information on how long does generating reports for issues and RFIs, how long it takes the team members to generate all this. Okay, thank you guys for participating in our call. Now let me continue. Okay, so let's talk about the different use cases in construction. So let's establish our common data environment. So as mentioned, Autodesk Doc serves as our backbone, okay, that hosts our different file formats, be it a drawing, a document, or a model. So currently we support more than 80 different file formats, and we can also view native files such as Revit models, Navisworks model, your DWG files, and PDF files. Okay. So within our Autodesk Docs, we also have our document control. Okay, so we can set up the folder structure, how you manage your different folder structure based on your project standards or organization standards. We can also set permission settings so that we have the right users to access the right information at the right time. So we have a robust permission settings. We can also enforce naming conventions, and our platform is compliant to ISO 19650. So you can also manage different versions of the documents, drawings, and models within the platform. So because of unlimited storage, you can keep all your version from the first version up to the current version. With all this version history, you can also perform version compare. So here in this view, you can see that we can perform model compare on your BIM models and identify what has been added, removed, or even updated. We can do that as well on our 2D views. If you have DWG files or PDF, we can also let the platform run the compare and zoom in into the location of all these changes between these different versions. Okay. Now, with the BIM model, okay, with our Autodesk BIM Collaborate, we talk about visualization and design check. Okay, so here you can see that we have here the visualization in terms of how do we exchange models, as well as being able to view these models from the web. So later on, I'll jump into the platform to give you a view of how do we actually view these models from the web without any desktop applications. All right. So similarly, we can also perform automated clash detection from the web. Okay, so from here, it will generate the heat map, and then from there, we can start to track all the issues within our models. As we talk about the issues, okay, so we have a centralized location of all the issues in a project from design stage all the way to the construction stage. Then from here, you can start to track the responsible person, the due date, as well as all the reference documents pertaining to this issue. We can also track all the RFIs. So meaning it could be that from the issue, we'll elevate it into an RFI. So we also have a centralized view where you can track the status of the RFI. These allow team members to create RFIs from the web as well as the mobile application. Okay. We talk about submittal. So all the required deliverables in a project, we can submit it through ACC. So we also can track all these submittals, be it for your method statement, your shop drawings, or material submissions. You can also see here the review status of these submittals. Okay, so we can see here that we have a workflow as where is the status and the responsible person in charge for the review process in your submittal workflow. We can also import our schedule coming from Primavera, Microsoft Project, and Power Project files. You can upload these files and view the activities, configure the view, including relationships between activities, critical path, and so on. We can also add reference files to these activities, be it drawings, site photos, assets, issues, and so on. So later on, I'll walk you through in terms of how do we enable the teams on site to actually key in the activity updates from the web and the mobile. So for this one, we do have a workflow wherein it enables the project managers to actually review the submitted actual dates and progresses, okay? And then from there, the updates will be done in the Primavera schedule or Microsoft project. Okay, so we can also manage all the meetings that we have in the project, be it from design stage all the way to construction. So this is where we consolidate all the meeting types as well as all the meeting series within the project. We can also add references in relation to the meeting items, such as drawings or RFIs schedule. You can also track the status by adding due dates, adding the PIC, as well as the status of this meeting item if this is still ongoing or we have closed this item. Okay, so we talk about digitization. So from your paper-based checklist, we can start to digitize them. Okay, we can do it in a native format using our form builder, or you can import your smart PDF into the platform. So when tracking NCRs or QAQC issues, safety issues, we can track that using our issues. You can also track that using the digital checklist. So this is the view from the web as well as the view from the mobile app. Okay. So one of the use cases that we can leverage on ACC is the digital progress monitoring. So we can use the mobile app to scan QR codes, and then it will pull out the information in relation to that specific, let's say, asset, or like in this case, it's a prefab MEP or room status, where we want to track installation activities. So visually, we can track the status on the layout plan with different color codes. Okay, so we have our next poll question. Okay, so I think this is the first poll that we had answered earlier on. Okay, so yeah, okay. So I think let's continue with a live demo. Okay, so before I jump into the live demo, let me just go through this one more slide. So with all these issues, RFIs, all this data that is being managed within the platform, we can actually track all this with our dashboard. So here it shows you these are the different types of dashboards that we have with ACC. Okay, so we're capturing the data real time. Okay, as well as we do have our third-party integrations, okay, that we can have bring in into the view of ACC without going into a different platform. Okay, so with that, let me jump into my demonstration. Okay, all right. So you're seeing my view now. So this is Autodesk Construction Cloud. Okay, so this is the URL. So from here, you can see all the views of your projects, all the project location, what are the issues that has been assigned to you. Now, let me quickly jump into a specific project. Okay, so for this demonstration, let me go into the project Ripple Bay. Okay, so from here, as you can see, this is your home dashboard for Autodesk Build. So when we go to the upper left, you can see here, these are the different solution offerings that I've shown you from the first slide. So we have Autodesk Docs as our common data environment. Let me click on that. Okay. So this is where you need to set up your folder structure as well as the permission setting. So these are all the users that you have invited in this particular project. Okay, so you can set who can access which specific folder. Okay, so we talked about having different information stored within ACC. So for this case, let me walk you through into a sample file. Okay, so if you notice from a folder structure, this folder has this symbol wherein it indicates that we are enforcing the file naming convention. Okay, so whenever we save or upload a file here, it has to follow the standard naming convention that we have set. So let me just show it to you. Okay, so this is where we set the naming standard following the ISO 19650. So you can continue to customize this based on the requirement. So quickly go. In case that a file has been uploaded and doesn't comply to the standard, it will go to this holding area. And then from here, you can rename these files and then it will automatically move to this folder path that you can see from here. Okay, so let me go back. Now, you can actually view this PDF file from the web. So what's happening right now is you're viewing the latest version of this PDF file. So you will always be looking at the latest version. So it eliminates the part where you need to search or ask different team members where is the latest set of information. So from this view, you can see we have these markup tools available here that enables you to do your markups, write your text, and even do your dimensions. You can also place an issue pin, as what you can see here, this orange pin here, which is related to issue number 238. So this is where you can start to track the type of issue, the status of the issue. You can also add more description as well as assign the issue to the respective team member. Okay, so you can fill up all this information. So what's important here is that you set the due date, okay, so that you can start tracking this within the platform. You can also make use of the comment section here to start the conversation. So we can move some of the conversation from Teams, WhatsApp within ACC. You can also perform a drawing compare to identify what has been changed. So with the OCR technology available within the platform, the system will run through all the lines, text, numbers to identify the change. Okay? So here. So this is an example that shows you that in version 1, we actually have the doors clashing in this location. So with the latest version now, version 2, this issue has been rectified. Okay? So there. So of course you can view the other different file formats within ACC. Now, moving within Autodesk Docs, you can also perform review workflows, issue transmittals, and manage all the issues within the platform. Now, let me quickly jump into BIM Collaborate, which has design collaboration and model coordination. Okay, so when we go to design collaboration, as what you can see here, it shows you this project timeline, okay, which shows you these different teams. And then you can see these different nodes that indicate as when the latest set of BIM models has been issued and shared with the team. Okay, so within ACC, design collaboration, you can actually view the models. You can perform your constructability review and place issue pins on the model. Okay. Now, aside from managing the packages being issued by different teams, you can also manage or do the automated clash detection using our model coordination tool. Okay, so with our model coordination tool, it will perform the automated clash check with all the latest models that has been shared among the team members. So this is the sample heat map, which shows you all the number of clashes done automatically within ACC. You can actually create your different views. So for example, I have created electrical versus structural model. Okay. So it will zoom in into these two models. We can click on one of the heat map bar, and then it will load the models to show you the location of all these issues that has been found within this latest set of the models. So it gives you that view of Navisworks. Okay. So from here, you can actually start to see, perform visualization, constructability check, clash resolution, and all that. So once that you have, let's say, reviewed some issues, you can actually create an issue and place it on the model. So from there, you can start to track the issues that you place. The good thing about this is that you can go back to the native authoring tool of Revit, and then you can also see this issue, and then you can perform the necessary updates on the models. Okay, there. Now, so that is our BIM Collaborate. As we progresses to construction stage, okay, let's go to Autodesk Build. This is our solution offering for project management and field management. Okay, so from here you can see this is your home dashboard. So from here you can see all the assigned tasks to you, all, let's say, the issues, the RFIs, all your meeting items that you need to perform actions with. Okay, you can also see here the recent activity that we have just created. So that is the issue from the clash detection. So going to the files, again, this one is in relation to the common data environment, which your folder structure has been set up accordingly. Okay, so it just shows you the same view that I've shown you from the Autodesk docs. Okay. Now, with all the issues coming from your 2D review workflows to your BIM model review, all these issues are consolidated within ACC in a single view. So now you can see this is the latest issue that we have captured. Okay. And then from here, you can actually start to filter the type of issues, who you assigned it to, the due dates, and you can actually export it as a report or even in BCF format. Now, what I wanted to show next is the connected workflows that we have in ACC. So let's take issue number 145 as an example. Okay, so we have here issue number 145. We have it as a requirement change. Okay, you can see here all the details about this issue. You can also see here the related drawing and other references. So within ACC, we have all these tools such as photos, files, schedule, and even if this issue has been elevated to a potential change order that we can link later on to our cost management module. So all the workflows are connected. Okay, so to show you how connected the different workflows within ACC, let's start with the related drawing. So from this issue, you can see here the placement. We can click here, and then it will open a new tab and bring you to the related layout plan. So let me just close the other views here.
Sorry, Monica, to interrupt you. There's a bit of audio breaking up because as you're sharing the screen and going through the app, the audio breaks up a bit. So if you can let the screen load and then start the speaking, that will be helpful. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Iris, for that. Okay. So now we have the layout plan open in a new tab. So we did not download any files or open it in a different application. So as what you can see here, we have that issue 145 indicated here. And then you can also see here the markup that indicates there's a new layout of the wall panels. And you can see there is a preview of an RFI related to this particular issue. So what you need to do is just click on this, and then you can see here the RFI number AR005. You can see who's